it's kind of misty out. It's July 8th. What time is it here? Let's see. 7:53 in California, so it's 9:53 here in North Dakota. We're heading to Duluth, Minnesota, and often I think going down the road, and I was thinking about a situation that happened a couple years ago. I came across it because I was thinking about the dates. I like to try and remember events and birthdays and stuff like that. So July 7th is a friend of mine, mother's birthday, and that made me think of her niece, which made me think of her niece's parents, which made me think of a situation that it's kind of upsetting. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I don't have everything in life. I have everything in life that I need. But when it comes to working on stuff, tools, or working on the house or whatever, I don't have all of my woodworking tools anymore. I don't have, right now I don't have access to my tools anyway. But when I'm at home, even then, yeah, we're fairly well equipped to do just about anything, but there's still stuff we need to borrow from time to time. Like right now with the motor out of my Suburban, if I needed to move my trailer, I would have to call one of my friends and say, hey, can I borrow your truck? I've got plenty of friends that would do it because they know that when I borrow something from them, I return it in the same condition at a minimum, or better condition preferred. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Years ago, I loaned an engine hoist to a friend, and they said, hey, we're going to need it for this long, and I said, that's great, that's perfect. I then traded, in that time frame, now they came and picked the engine hoist up, and in that time frame I traded my truck in, actually my Jeep, I traded my Jeep in for a car. And so now I have no way my Jeep could tow my trailer. I sold my trailer, I traded my Jeep in, I got a car. Now I've got no way to pick up this engine hoist from them, but they picked it up anyway, and they have a truck and they have a trailer. So they messaged me back, 2 days after they had agreed to have it back, and they say, hey, we're going out of town, we'll bring the hoist by on another day. I said, I know, we agreed, I need to use that. I need that back, and I don't have a way to come and get it. And they're like, well, you can come and get it. I said, I don't have a way to come and get it. Well, you have the truck. I don't have the truck anymore, or I don't have the Jeep anymore. And so, needless to say, I said, I need it back today. So they took, they live 5 minutes away. They were 15 minutes away, I think it was, actually. A little bit of a difference there. So they took the 5 minutes to load it up, the 15 minutes to bring it over, the 5 minutes to unload it, and the 15 minutes to drive home. You're looking at 40 minutes of their time. I get it, 40 minutes, especially when you're trying to get stuff done to get on the road the next day. That's a substantial amount of time. But when you agree to terms, and when you're borrowing somebody else's whatever, then that's what you do, And I think we've lost that as society. If, especially in the mechanics world, there's kind of a saying, borrow my tool once, okay. Ask to borrow my tool again, go buy your own, The Snap-on, the Matco, the Mack truck guy, they all show up on a regular basis. Harbor Freight's on the way home. If it's one of those tools that you're only going to use every once in a while, and it's not a specialty tool or whatever, so in the end, borrow it as needed. But if you've noticed you're borrowing it more than once or twice, it's time to do what you got to do to get your own. And then obviously with tools in the mechanics world, it's easy to do because you can call the Snap-on guy and you say, hey, I need this next time you come out. And, they'll bring it to you, and you can finance it if needed. Obviously, that's something you want to avoid doing in any circumstance, not just with tools, but, you can make it work. Excuse me. So, It's just one of those things. I think we're losing that in society. I think we're losing the mutual respect for somebody else's items. I know we've lost, as a whole, we've lost the mutual respect for somebody else's opinion, but it's disrespectful to call somebody, make plans, make arrangements, and then the next thing you know is you're not abiding by the agreement. We got to pull off here and get some gas. So, you know, if you borrow something, then you need to abide by those. You need to respect. Is there a gas station here? I thought there was. Maybe not. You need to respect that person's, well, that person and their items. And so, you know, it's just one of those things that if you can't do that, then you don't need to be borrowing. Oh, next 3 exits. All right. There we go, folks. Sometimes that happens. If you can't return something in better condition than what you got it in, or the same condition, and put it back where you got it, put it back how you got it, kind of thing, and then you don't need to be borrowing people's stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just one of those things that in the end, you know, it's a respect thing. And the same thing goes these days for opinions. And we kind of touched on it before. Just because you and I don't have the same opinion on something doesn't mean that I can't respect you as a person. Matter of fact, I don't have to agree with you on anything. We could disagree 100% on religion, disagree 100% on politics, disagree 100% on, you know, ethics, but we can still go for a motorcycle ride together, you know, and that's just respect. That's all it is. So in the end, you know, if you can't borrow somebody's stuff and return it to them in preferably better condition or the exact same condition and in a timely manner, then that's, you know, you need to stop borrowing people's stuff. It's the same thing with some tools, some hand tools, some torque wrenches. Had somebody borrow them, and I told him, hey, I need them back in 2 days because I'm going to be doing some work myself. And 3 days later, I always give myself a buffer. 3 days later, I had to drive over to his house and pick him up, and that's not acceptable. That's not the right thing to do. Things shouldn't go that way. So yay, we have a gas station. Yep, that's not a stop. But that's, you know, that's that. If you can't, like I said, if you can't borrow somebody's stuff and return it back in a timely manner, or if you notice you're borrowing it a lot, you need to figure out what you need to do to get your own. All right, little stuff like that in life actually makes the world go round a little bit better, a little bit easier. So make it happen. Remember, if you want to, if you want to donate to the page on Facebook or on rightoutofthedarkness.com to a chance to win one of the flags or the tank emblems, or if you want to be the highest donator and win one of these side covers with the stickers all over it, please do so. Thanks. Have a great day. Remember, you are loved, you have value, and you have purpose. Go find it.